It's June 25th, 2020. And this is a message about how the primary anti-science movement in the world is postmodernism. Richard Dawkins, you don't get it. Michael Shermer, you don't get it, or you didn't get it. Sam Harris, you don't get it, or you didn't get it. Maybe you're getting it more, but we'll see. How about Sam Harris did Letter to a Christian Nation? You should have done Letter to a Postmodernist Dumbshit Academic University Nation. The universities are chock full of troglodyte dumbshits who attend all manner of courses that end in the word studies. And you know what? I don't know if Jordan Peterson's going to be back. He took on the weight of the world, and then he popped. He is a conscientious man to an extreme. And the flame which burns about 20 times as bright is 20 times shorter. A 20th as long, burning. So, I hope Dr. Professor Peterson comes back. But in the meantime, it's up to people to carry a baton of Jordan Peterson and a baton of Christopher Hitchens, but going where Hitchens would not go. Religion doesn't poison everything. Religion couches evolved morality. Traditional religion couches evolved morality, good morality and bad morality, in-group morality and out-group morality. And religion is to some extent a grift. They are to some extent grifting Ponzi schemes, but they are an evolutionary process, natural. And thus, if you toss the baby of evolved morality out with the bathwater of mysticism, you are cheating yourself and cheating others. Postmodernism is cultural Marxism. Division, racism, race baiting, that is postmodernism. Denial of human nature, denial of evolved human nature, denial of the value of the Western Enlightenment project, the project which ended universal slavery. The Western Enlightenment values in the hearts of the founders of America helped end universal slavery. 365,000 Northern Army soldiers during this American Civil War helped end universal slavery. The British Royal Navy, implementing Western Enlightenment values, helped end universal slavery. So what are Western Enlightenment values? The value that everyone should have an equal opportunity, not an equal outcome. You can't have an equal outcome. Marxism, in all its flavors, to include socialism, communism, fascism, all of the founders of Italian fascism were Marxists. And Hitler sought to copy Italian fascism, and Nazism was National Socialism. So socialism is a way for you to have a totalitarian, bloodthirsty, grifting Ponzi scheme in control of your life and the lives of others. No free speech, no free thought. Centralized control by morons who don't know what you should do in your life better than you. You know what you should do in your life better than you. So socialism, Marxism, fascism, communism, and all its flavors, all flavors of Marxism, socialism, they are where you put your destiny in the hands of others. and they will grind you down. They'll take advantage of you. They'll lie. They'll cheat. It's a resource acquisition Ponzi scheme. Same with climate hysteria. A resource acquisition Ponzi scheme. A resource acquisition Ponzi scheme. Okay. So anyway, the atheist groups, they are just new religions. Atheists of Utah, now fully a Stonewall warrior LGBTQ PZ club, is a leftist death cult religion. Atheists of Utah is a religion. The atheist community of Austin is a religion. It's just a bastard religion. It's bastard because it's all the bad elements of religion with none of the good. They tossed the baby of evolved morality out. But they kept the anti-free speech, they kept the tribalism, they kept the bad tribalism, they kept the lack of free thought, they kept the lack of free inquiry. So, with regard to traditional religion, Christianity is a better meme set. Better than Islam, better than Judaism. Christians don't chop off the ends of the penises of young children, nor the ends of the clitorises of young girls. They don't mutilate the genitals of boys and girls. Christians don't, except in as much as they get brainwashed by Jewish doctors. But, if you're going to do a gradation scale, Christianity best, Judaism better than Islam, but still bad for the fact that they mutilate the genitals of boys en masse. That's not so good. Let's call a spade a spade. That is abusive. That is evil. Evil. Okay? It's evil. So, let's call a spade a spade. But all these traditional religions, they do value life in general. That value family values. That's good. So you get a mix of good and bad. You get a mix of in-group malady and out-group malady. But Christianity, the main value of Christianity is it is much more expansive and welcoming and inclusive with regard to its in-group morality inclusions and the way to be accepted within Christianity. Now, myself as a Christian meme set appreciating atheist, I'm not sure which of them will have me, but I don't really care. It's whether, I'll say, well, I support your family values. I support your anti-abortion stances. I support your view the correct view that Margaret Sanger was a horrid racist eugenicist. I support the view that the left are utter dumbshits when it comes to subjects such as human nature and human evolution. So, Jordan Peterson, where are you? I'm not sure you're back. I think your family. Okay. So, Jordan Peterson, where are you? I don't know. I'm not sure. But I think your family's putting out information to try to stay on the Jordan Peterson gravy train, but you have to admit that there was some value in there was a lot of value in what he did. So that's good. So and if he's back and they didn't damage his brain too much with his drug withdrawal treatment, then that'll be good. But I think that you should start small and stay small. You take the weight of the world on your shoulders, and it's too much. It's too much. It became too much for him to accept all the stuff that people would try to share with him. He tried to be the counselor for the world, and it's too much emotional weight. So, but while he was putting out stuff, put out a lot of good stuff. Overpopulation is a myth. That's true. Search for that. Jordan Peterson, Overpopulation. I think the guy who has it on YouTube is called Man of All Creation or something like that. But anyway, search for Jordan Peterson, Overpopulation. I agree with that. Overpopulation is a myth. But he was a bit milquetoast in his approach. That's true, because he's a counselor. He tries to keep people happy. Tries to put out the view that, even though you're kind of a tranny freak, and, we need to kind of give you a lot of pablum and, warm fuzzies a little bit too much. But no, you got to be honest with people. Say no. Gender dysphoria is an abusive death cult. Don't tie into the tranny freak bullshit. Don't tie into the Stonewall lies. Don't fucking ruin your life and the lives of your family by tying into tranny freakism. Don't do that. That's what he should have said. But he did take a more milquetoast approach. And then he also didn't talk about how, he did talk some, but, not to a sufficient extent, about how climate hysteria is a Ponzi scheme. Climate hysteria is a Ponzi scheme, a grifting Ponzi scheme. Current plants. See those leaves? There's, on the backside, little holes that take in the CO2, from what I understand. And the more CO2 there is, the less holes. And the less CO2 there is, the more holes. So they can suck in more CO2 because they breathe CO2. CO2 is plant food. And plants put out oxygen, and we need oxygen. So CO2 is a life gas. CO2 keeps us alive, okay? And CO2, current plants are starved for CO2. Search for William Happer. Search for Ivar G.Ever, Nobel, I think he's a physics Nobel laureate. Ivar, I-V-A-R, G.Ever. Search for Christopher Monckton, Lord Christopher Monckton from Britain. Search for Mark Stein. Search for Judith Curry. Anyway, the first ones I mentioned, that's kind of an order of precedence of who to check out. So check them out if you want to learn. It's not about Michael Shermer, Richard Dawkins, Sam Harris. It's not about a consensus of scientists. That just shows the bastard religiosity of pseudoscience. Scientism, the bastard pseudo-religion, is what you get. A bastard pseudo-religion is what you get if you want to ask for what a consensus of what science says. Okay? And if you want to find bastard religions, just go to an atheist group run by leftists. Go to a humanist group run by dumbshit milquetoast Unitarian Universalists. All right? Bastard religions. And the universities, with the universities, we have state-sponsored bastard religion with universities. because of postmodernism. All the fields that end in the word studies, gender studies, so-called queer studies. It's a dumb shit troglodyte studies. People who can't make it in STEM studies. The moron studies. People who can't do math studies. So don't support dumb shit studies. They should be booted from the ivory tower of academics. So fuck universities and fuck colleges, especially those that have degrees that end in the word studies. Go to community college, go to technical college, or don't go to college. Fuck college. Do self-directed education. I benefited from college, but I went to a state college where it wasn't so much a lot of postmodernist dumb shit. Now, I did have to take some dumb shit general ed classes, and there was a touch of social constructivism in there, postmodernism, but in any case, watch out. Be careful. Maybe go to a Christian college, or university, or just a community college where you can have as little contact as possible with the dumb shits and stay in STEM. There's less dumb shits in STEM. Science, technology, education, math. Although the education people learn dumb shittery too. The teachers teach the kids a bunch of dumb shit ideas. Okay. So that's the situation. The situation on the ground. Postmodernism is a lie. Postmodernism is anti-science, and it's a far worse threat to science. Postmodernism is attention, Michael Shermer. Postmodernism is a far worse threat to science than religion, traditional religion. So that's the situation. All right. And postmodernism is not only anti-science, it's anti-life. Anti-life. How many children are produced by your average Unitarian Universalist church? Not many. As little as possible. And they discourage the human project. Hello.
Howdy.
Hi. The humanist groups that are an outgrowth of the Unitarian Universalists. And keep in mind, this is all underpinned or supported by postmodernism, postmodernist dumb shittery. How many humanist groups produce children? When I went there, they were seas of gray hair. Seas of gray hair. Okay? How many children will the Stonewall Dumb Shit Club, Atheists of Utah, be producing? How many children? 0? I don't know. 1? And any children they have will be brought up into an abusive setup, completely unnatural for the children. Gay marriage, also called bastard non-marriage. It's not marriage. It's just a wank party. It's committed wankery. But you can't really get fully committed wankery because you don't have children with wankery. And you can cheat and suck a baby in through artificial means, but that's abusive too. If you eat organic carrots from Whole Foods, you shouldn't be sucking in babies to that type of setup. So, now we got more people passing me. I think I'll just continue the vid instead of pausing. Hi. Anyway. Yeah. So, Atheists of Utah, the leftist death cult, a branch of the leftist death cult, Atheist Community of Austin, a branch of the leftist death cult, American Atheists, a group that was headed by a man primarily interested in wank orgies, not a family man, that Silverman guy. Now he got Me Too'd and kicked out. The proof is in the pudding. And when the Christians look out and see the immorality of atheists, they get a point. Because leftist atheists tossed the baby of evolved morality out with the bathwater of mysticism. So that's the true lay of the land. Michael Shermer, Sam Harris, Richard Dawkins, Dan Dennett, the 4 to 7 horse of the leftist atheist apocalypse. Well, postmodernism is the fucking apocalypse, the death cult. So reject it. Choose life instead. Take your destiny in your hands. Find a cooperative pussy or dick. Make life, choose life and make life, and give the greatest gift we can ever give, life. You've only got one chance. Give the gift of life while you can. And if you missed your chance, then support people who do give the gift of life. Don't be traitors to them. Don't be traitors to their project. Don't be traitors to the human project, the life project, the thriving project, the survival project, the branching out project on this pale blue dot. This pale blue dot. What are you going to do with your time on this pale blue dot? Okay. That's enough for today. My commentary.